Snakes are highly effective predators, and some species that rely on venom for hunting and self-defense can deliver a bite toxic enough to kill animals many times their size. The bite of a king cobra, for instance, can kill an elephant. Yet, despite the fear of snakes that has such a deep hold on the human psyche, the critters aren't out to get us. Snakes don't attack people, says Luke Welton, collection manager in herpetology at the Kansas University Biodiversity Institute and Natural History Museum. They are most often startled or put in a situation where they feel the need to defend themselves, and they do so by the only means they have available: escape, musk, bite. It just so happens that the means these snakes have is venom. The lethality of venom is determined by a range of factors including toxicity, how much is delivered in a single bite, and where on the body a bite is sustained. But a common scientific measure is LD50, the minimum lethal dose needed to kill 50% of animals in laboratory testing. Based on that metric, and focusing specifically on intramuscular bites, those delivered directly into a prey animal's muscle, these are the most toxic venomous snakes on the planet. One. Timber rattlesnake, Crotalus horridus. Timber rattlers are found in woodland areas. Luke Welton. Ranging from eastern North America to as far west as Texas, Oklahoma, and Kansas, the timber rattlesnake is the only rattler species in the populous northeastern United States and is considered endangered or threatened throughout much of that region. Found mostly in woodlands, timber rattlers prey on rodents, birds, insects, and amphibians and are known to hunt during daytime in spring and autumn, then switching to nocturnal hunts in warm weather. The snake's highly toxic, and relatively complex, venom, long fangs, and high venom yield make it potentially one of America's most lethal serpents. However, timber rattlers are generally considered shy and nervous and are quick to seek shelter when encountered afield. The species tends to rattle and faint extensively before striking, though it will stand its ground if harassed. 2. Russell's viper, Dubois russellii. The Russell's viper delivers a particularly potent, and complex, venom. Evan Qua. A notoriously bad-tempered snake, the Russell's viper is responsible for roughly half of the fatal snake bites in its geographic range. That's remarkable considering that its expansive distribution, from Southeast Asia to the Indian subcontinent and east to Taiwan, overlaps with kraits, cobras, and several other noteworthy venomous snakes. The snake's cranky disposition and its focus on rats and lizards, which often live close to humans, as favored prey might account for this lethality. Another contributing factor is the extreme complexity of the snake's venom. A Russell's venom features a really unique cocktail of components that just hammers all parts of the body, Welton says. It's definitely not a snake you want to tangle with. 3. Copperhead, Agkistrodon contortrix. No venomous snake in the U.S. is responsible for more bites than the copperhead. Wiki Commons. America's most common venomous snake, and the source of more snake bites in the U.S. than any other venomous species, the copperhead can be found all across eastern and southern North America in a wide diversity of habitat ranging from uplands to woodlands to grasslands. The copperhead is a surprising entrant on this list, given its reputation for many bites and few fatalities. That might be explained by the relatively low volume of venom delivered in a typical strike. Young copperheads are wily hunters, wiggling their green-tipped tail to lure in small lizards and rodents. The neon tail tip disappears as they age. In confrontations with people, copperheads generally favor flight over fight. 4. Belcher sea snake, Hydrophis belcheri. A Belcher sea snake slithers near the Andaman Sea, off Thailand. Dmitry Orlov, a Lamy. Like the other 3 sea snakes on this list, the Belcher sea snake is found from the eastern Indian Ocean through Southeast Asia and into northern coastal Australia. The species tends to stick to reef areas, where they prey on fish and go out of their way to avoid human reef divers and snorkelers. All the sea snakes are relatively docile, Welton says, and you really have to pester them to get them to bite you. In addition, the belcher's small mouth and short fangs mean any bite is unlikely to penetrate a wetsuit. If you do encounter one while snorkeling, Welton adds, appreciate it as a rare opportunity to see one in the wild, rather than a cause for fear. Unless you mess with it, it's not going to mess with you. 5. Common death adder, Acanthopus antarcticus. The common death adder uses its grub-like tail to lure and prey. Xyro. While fearsomely named, this Australian snake annually causes fewer deaths down under than a wide range of animals, including kangaroos, bees, dogs, cattle, and ponies. Considered a master of camouflage, this ambush predator covers itself with leaf litter and debris, then lies in wait on the forest floor for small mammals, birds, and amphibians, using its tail, which resembles a grub, as a lure. Curiously, the snake's appetite for amphibians is making it a lot less common. Adult death adders feed on the invasive cane toad, which is itself toxic, with poison glands that are deadly to the snakes and other reptiles, such as turtles and crocodiles, that feed on them.